Hey everyone, and welcome back to English Podcast Avenue. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Marcus. Thanks for tuning in today, folks.
So, Marcus, I have to tell you about the adventure I had yesterday. It was my sister's birthday, and I completely forgot to order a cake in advance.
Oh no, that's like party planning disaster #1, right?
Exactly. So there I was, the morning of her party, realizing I had nothing. But you know what? I decided to just walk around the corner to that little bakery on 5th Street.
Wait, you mean Sweet Dreams Bakery, the one that just opened a few months ago?
That's the one. I'd walked past it dozens of times, but never actually gone in. I figured, what do I have to lose? Maybe they'd have something ready-made.
That's actually pretty brave. I mean, most people would panic and drive all the way across town to one of those big chain stores.
I thought about it, but then I realized, why am I stressing about driving 20 minutes when there's literally a bakery right around the corner from my apartment?
So what happened when you got there?
Well, I walked in and immediately the smell just hit me. You know that amazing combination of fresh bread, vanilla, and sugar?
Oh man, I know exactly what you mean. There's something about bakery smell that's just, I don't know, comforting?
Comforting is the perfect word. So anyway, there's this woman behind the counter, probably in her 50s, with flour on her apron. She looks up and gives me this warm smile, and I'm already feeling less stressed.
That's the difference between local businesses and big stores, you know? That personal touch.
Absolutely. So I explained my situation, kind of embarrassed, like, "Hi, I'm the world's worst sister. I forgot to order a birthday cake. Do you happen to have anything available?"
And don't leave me hanging here.
She just laughed and said, "Honey, you'd be surprised how many people come in with the same story." Then she took me over to their display case, and Marcus, I'm telling you, they had at least 6 or 7 cakes just sitting there, ready to go.
No way, like fully decorated and everything?
Fully decorated. They had this chocolate one with buttercream frosting, a vanilla cake with fresh strawberries, a red velvet, and even this really artistic one with flowers made from fondant.
See, this is what I'm talking about. People assume that if you don't order weeks in advance, you're gonna end up with some sad, generic cake from the grocery store freezer section.
Right? I was so pleasantly surprised. And the best part was, she said she could customize any of them right there on the spot. Add a name, change the message, whatever I needed.
How long did that take?
Maybe 15 minutes? I chose the vanilla cake with strawberries because my sister loves anything with fresh fruit. The baker wrote "Happy Birthday, Emma" in this beautiful cursive script, added some extra decorative elements, and boxed it up.
That's incredible service. What did it cost you, if you don't mind me asking?
That's the other thing that blew my mind. $35 for a cake that easily served 12 people and looked like it came from some fancy custom bakery.
$35? You're kidding. I paid almost $50 for a basic cake from a chain store last month.
I know. And here's the thing, Marcus. This cake was delicious. Like, people were asking for seconds delicious. My brother-in-law, who's super picky about desserts, asked me 3 times where I got it because he wants one for his office party.
Okay, so this is turning into a pretty strong advertisement for shopping local and just exploring what's around the corner from you.
It really is, and I didn't even intend for it to be. But it made me think about how often we overlook what's right in front of us. We automatically pull out our phones and search for the best bakery in the city, or we drive to wherever we've always gone, without considering that there might be something amazing just a few steps away.
You're absolutely right. I'm guilty of this too. There's a coffee shop literally on the ground floor of my building, and I still find myself walking 3 blocks to the Starbucks because it's familiar.
Exactly. We're creatures of habit, but sometimes necessity forces us to break those habits, and we discover something wonderful.
So, what did your sister think of a cake?
She loved it, and honestly, she was more impressed that I'd gone to a local bakery than if I'd ordered something from one of the famous places downtown.
That's interesting because you didn't even plan it that way.
I know, but she's right in a way. There is something more personal about supporting a small business in your own neighborhood. The baker and I chatted while she decorated the cake. She told me she'd opened the shop after retiring from corporate life, that baking had always been her passion.
See, you don't get that story at a big chain store. You're not meeting the person who actually made your cake, who put their heart into it.
And you know what else? She gave me her card and told me to call her directly next time, even gave me her cell phone number. She said if I ever need a cake with more notice, she can do completely custom designs.
That's relationship building right there. That's how you turn a one-time customer into a regular.
I'm definitely going back. In fact, I'm thinking about ordering cupcakes from her for my team meeting next week.
This whole conversation is making me think about what else I'm missing in my own neighborhood. Like what other businesses are around the corner from me that I've never tried.
Right? I think we all have that tendency to go to what we know or to travel further for something we perceive as better quality, when sometimes the best option is right under our noses.
There's also something to be said for the convenience factor. You walked around the corner, no parking hassles, no traffic, no wasting gas, in and out with a perfect cake in less than 30 minutes.
Exactly. And think about the environmental impact too. If more people shopped locally for things like this, we'd reduce traffic, pollution, all of that.
Plus, you're keeping money in your local economy. That bakery owner probably lives in the neighborhood, shops at local stores. Maybe her kids go to local schools. It's a whole ecosystem.
I hadn't even thought about it that deeply, but you're absolutely right. Every dollar I spent there stays in the community rather than going to some corporate headquarters halfway across the country.
So what's the takeaway here for our listeners, besides the fact that Sarah has a new favorite bakery?
I think the takeaway is twofold. First, don't underestimate what's around the corner from where you live or work. Take a walk, explore your immediate area. You might be surprised by what you find.
And second?
And second, sometimes the best solutions to our problems aren't the ones we have to search hard for or travel far to find. Sometimes they're right there. We just have to be open to seeing them.
I love that. It's like that saying, the grass isn't always greener on the other side.
Exactly. Although in this case, it's more like the cake isn't always better across town.
That should be the title of this episode.
But seriously, I think there's also something to be said for giving local businesses a chance. That baker could have said, "Sorry, we only do custom orders with advance notice." But instead, she was flexible, friendly, and went out of her way to help me.
That's customer service that makes you want to come back and tell everyone you know about the place.
Which is exactly what I'm doing right now on our podcast.
Do you think you would have discovered this bakery eventually if you hadn't been in that panic situation?
Honestly, probably not. I might have walked past it forever, always meaning to try it someday, but never actually doing it. Sometimes we need that little push, that urgent situation that forces us to take a chance.
That's true in a lot of areas of life, isn't it? We get comfortable with our routines, and it takes something unexpected to make us try something new.
Absolutely. And more often than not, trying something new works out pretty well. I mean, what's the worst that could have happened? The cake wouldn't have been good. I would have learned which local business not to use again. No big deal.
But instead, you found a gem that you'll probably use for years to come.
Exactly. And I'm already thinking about my mom's birthday in a couple of months. I know exactly where I'm going for her cake.
Have you told your friends about it yet?
Oh, I've been texting everyone. My friend Rachel is actually stopping by there today to check it out. She hosts a book club and is always looking for good dessert options.
See, that's how word of mouth works. One good experience turns into multiple customers for that business owner.
And that's probably how she stays in business, right? She doesn't have huge marketing budgets like the big chains. She relies on people like me having a good experience and telling their friends.
Which is why that personal touch is so important. She made you feel welcomed, solved your problem, and created something delicious. That's the recipe for success right there.
No pun intended with the recipe comment.
Oh, that wasn't even intentional, but I'll take it.
So listeners, here's my challenge for you this week. Find something around the corner from you that you've never tried before. It doesn't have to be a bakery. It could be a restaurant, a bookstore, a coffee shop, whatever. Just try something local and new to you.
And let us know how it goes. Send us a message on social media and tell us about your experience. Did you discover a hidden gem, or maybe you found out why you should stick with your usual place? Either way, we want to hear about it.
Right, because not every experiment will be a success like mine was, and that's okay too. The point is to be open to possibilities and to support local businesses when you can.
Well, I'm definitely inspired. I'm gonna try that coffee shop in my building tomorrow morning instead of walking to Starbucks.
Let me know how it is, and if they have good pastries, I might have to come visit.
Deal. All right, I think we've probably made everyone listening very hungry for cake at this point.
Sorry about that, everyone, but seriously, if you're ever in need of a last-minute cake or really any baked goods, check out what's around the corner. You might be pleasantly surprised.
And remember, sometimes the best things in life are right under our noses. We just have to be willing to look.
Beautifully said, Marcus. All right, everyone, that's it for today's episode of English Podcast Avenue. Thanks so much for listening.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave us a review, and share us with your friends who love learning English through natural conversation.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep supporting local, and keep practicing your English.
See you next week.
Bye, everyone.